You think that I should change the haiku in that little intro? I like it because it's a it's a daily affirmation for me to remember who my friends are and how you can choose your friends and how friends can become like family. You know, you can't choose your family at the end of the day. And family will always be family no matter what, but you can choose your friends, and that's what that's about to me. Good morning, Nyla. I see you in the chat already there. I hope you enjoyed watching Fallout 4 last night. Apologies for last night and the craziness of not being able to broadcast on excuse me on the positive paradigm. That was purely down to the uploading of a massive file, and when I came on to watch Barry play Fallout 4 through Discord, the processor overheated anyway. You know, I can't do all that. So we may lose the stream today because I'm watching the CPU and it's creeped up from 40 degrees to 66, 67 degrees this morning. So we will tear through everything and have our little ramble and poem at the end and everything. We'll just take it as quickly and as professionally as we can with everything, because that's the next part of the Let's Play with Fallout 4 is uploading as we speak just now. You know. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading the chat there. It was a great watching Barry build in preparation for his Death Star. Yes. Can you imagine Barry in Minecraft? You know, imagine you could actually make a Death Star in Minecraft. I mean, it's an infinite-sized world. You know, you just have the first block being at ground level. I could teach him the codes. He could go and get the Java edition and just code it. You know, it'd be great. In fact, I think probably somebody's already done that. You could just copy it across. I'm going to go and find out today. That'd be good. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. It shows solidarity. You're right, Nyla. I like that one. I do think that that affirmation is important. It is important to keep up there. It's just in case. I can do haikus at the end. You know, I can do different haikus at the end, but it's important. It's important. Anywho, we have orange, amber, warning lights across the stream this morning, so I will apologise again if this is a bit choppy. It's purely because the what's it called? The other thing is, would you believe it's only sitting at 4%? It is like an 85 gigabyte friggin' file though. Thanks, Barry, and your infinite beautifulness of detail. But it is spectacular, these big files when we put them up there. It's really good. It's really good. Okay. Yeah, so that's why we didn't go to last night, but we will go tomorrow night. I think we will do the positive paradigm tomorrow night. Okay, I'm just looking at my phone just now just to see if there's any messages about that. No. Right, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We'll do the positive paradigm tomorrow night as long as I get the go ahead from family here, and we'll just make up for it then. And what we can do as well with the positive paradigm is I can screen capture or screen mirror TikTok. Wow, can you imagine that? Screen mirroring TikTok. Why would I be doing that? Well, for ripples. We will try and do ripples in TikTok, because that would be funny, because it's a whole different bunch of like people in TikTok. It's very much, hey, look at me. You know, apart from people like Cognac and myself, you know, but it's very much like, it's so much fun. I am going to be taking my mum to work this morning, and I will go live on TikTok then... Oh, wait a minute, is it Monday? Does my mum go to work on a Monday? If you're watching, Mum, are you working today? Just let me know. I can't remember if it's today or if it's tomorrow. Rubbish. Rubbish, I tell you. Terrible son. Fancy not knowing that. Okay. Wait now. Is tonight's not the round table? Tonight's round table. Nyla. Oh, of course. Wait now. You're still in Sunday. You're still in Sunday. It's Monday morning for me here. You know? So, yeah. Tuesday night then. Sorry, let me put a name on the day rather than tomorrow. Tuesday night we will do I keep forgetting there's this thing called a time zone. Time zone. Time zone. Yeah. So, no. Round tables on tonight. Swordfish is the one. Which will be good fun. And for some reason when I uploaded the file and it translated across into Discord, it put last week's thumbnail on, and I did it about 4 times and it kept on doing it. It's most strange, but on YouTube it does show the swordfish thumbnail, which is good. But no, we will be doing the round table on Monday night, because it's Monday. It's funny. Up too long, and I've only got 2 episodes. If you've not watched this yet, alright, a TV show that you need to go and watch is Into the Badlands. Wow, what a story. Highly recommend it. I've only got 2 episodes left to watch, Nyla, 15 and 16, so there's been a lot going on. No spoilers to be given, but when what's his name, Magnus does that thing to Badgie, I was like, oh no, Badgie, you know, but then it was all okay. I like Badgie. He's my favourite character. Okay, so what else? So yes, tonight as in Monday, it's Swordfish on the round table. Then we have Positive Paradigm tomorrow. Why am I yawning? Oh, that's because you stayed up till 3:30 in the morning watching stupid television shows, Mo. Yeah, that's what you do. You know, crazy. Where did we get to? Yeah, Positive Paradigm tomorrow. Human Condition Wednesday. Kids come back on Wednesday for 2 whole weeks. It's going to be wild. We're going to go and do some crazy stuff. And then, yeah, we're straight into it, which is good. And every day this week, obviously, the early show, which is just the core of what goes on. But we are here to do the papers and a poem at the end from the old bookage, which is good. Right, let's just move that. No, wait now. Why are you shouldn't be. Hold on. It's sitting in the wrong capture for the stupid thing. We'll go to this one and fix that other one in a second. Okay, let us do the papers. And while that is going on, we want to click that so we can go like that. Good. Right, that's the other window capturing this as well. Right, so the Metro. Just so you know, the Metro is a free newspaper. I don't know whether you have this in your part of the world or something equivalent. It's a free newspaper that actually sits in the public transport, like the buses and things, and people just pick it up when they're commuting, which is great. So here we go. Starting off today, music for our ears. To our ears, sorry. Festival goers dance the night away at the first socially distanced event. Wow. I wonder where that is. We'll have a look at that in a second. And to clear up the mask muddle, mixed messages caused confusion as nation begins to head back to work. Look, there's Boris, you know, wearing a mask. And there is Michael Gove, not wearing a mask. But they're both ball bags. Okay, that's what they have in common. They're both absolute ball bags of the first degree. Clear up the mask muddle is the headline for the Metro, which says mixed messages on face coverings are causing confusion. The paper quotes Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove as saying good manners were enough to persuade people to wear face coverings in places such as shops, suggesting they do not need to be made compulsory in England. Just 36 hours earlier, a mask-clad Boris Johnson promised a crackdown on avoiders, the paper adds. So yeah, you can see why there's a bit of a mixed message going on there. You know, I can understand that. Wear a friggin' mask. You know, I didn't want to wear a mask, but, you know, I'll wear a mask. I'll wear a mask, you know. And if you want masks, it just so happens if you go to radioapocalypse.live/merch, you will get a selection of interesting masks, all available at a reasonable price. You know, that's just the Radio Apocalypse merch site. Amazing. Pubs, cafes face alfresco smoking ban plea. What? Okay, I don't smoke anyway, so it doesn't matter. Appears to challenge ministers to stop outdoor smoking in return for permission to serve pavement drinks. Ah, fair dues. Meanwhile, the Eye reports that Peers being the House of Lords, Peers are planning to challenge ministers to stop customers smoking outdoors in return for allowing pubs and cafes to serve drinks in extended pavement areas. Campaigners are warning the bid to boost the COVID-hit hospitality sector must not be at the expense of public health, according to the paper. That's fair enough. You know, it's only going to be people that actually smoke that will think that it's wrong. Yep, it's absolutely your freedom to choose to smoke. Absolutely. But it's my freedom to tell you to piss right off if you're smoking around me. Okay? You can just piss off. Simple as that. You know, simple as that. Not a smoker. Okay, do not smoke. I have smoked. I'm one of these ex-smokers that get on their high horse. Well, I don't really. I gave up smoking when Paxton, my boy, said to me, Dad, I want you to stop smoking. I got my tobacco, crumpled it up, and put it in the bin. Straight away. So yeah, if you are somebody that smokes, it's your choice. Just please, you're not allowed to smoke in my house, and you won't get to smoke in my garden unless you're away on the other side of it, away from the kids and stuff. Just how I feel. Okay? Dead easy. Councils lose millions after virus hits investments. Okay. Immunity to COVID-19 could be lost in months. Wow. Vote leave firm paid $260,000 by Cummings. Interesting. The Guardian carries warnings that the councils in England are likely to shed thousands of jobs and cut services because of lost income from multi-billion-pound investments to office blocks, retail parks, airports and cinemas, with the lockdown forcing many of these locations to shut, the papers say. Councils' rents and other revenues have also been hit. Yeah, well, it's the nature of the world that we're in just now. It's the way the economy operates. It's a bottom line economy. They have to make profit to make it work. But if you think about it, if we got rid of all the debt, like we were talking about the other day there, people would refinance, people would reinvest, and it would be fine. But you know, nobody's going to do that. There's always going to be an argument by so-called economists saying there'd be inflation. Things, well, again, inflation is a choice. You know, when the meteor hit and the dinosaurs got wiped out, when that was happening, the dinosaurs didn't do a cash injection into their economy, did they? No. Now, when the volcano erupted and wiped out the Minoans, they weren't sort of like saying, hey, you got to wear masks and shit for the ash. You know, they weren't that bothered about the economy. Okay, mind you, they were going around, you know, fighting with swords. But the point I'm making is, if the world decided and chose to do that, we could easily do it. It's just words and a formula. You can change a formula, you know, to make it work. We just have to choose to do it. But the people in power won't like that. Right. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Summer is back. Catch it if you can. Oh, Yeah, it'll be good. Let's all go down to the beach and spread the virus more, like a couple of weekends ago. Superb. Okay, get ready. £93 million blitz kickstarts Britain's EU exit. A huge £93 million publicity blitz galvanising the UK to get ready for Brexit is launched by ministers today. Get ready for the brainwashing. Brexit good, staying in bad. Yes, that's right, because the EU is shit compared to not being in it. Oh yes, we're going to do so much better not being in the EU. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. The Daily Express leads on what is described as a 93 million publicity blitz to get the UK ready for breakfast. Let's Get Going campaign has been masterminded by the Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove. I can't wait to see what he's come up with, because he is shit at the best. He's a Scotsman as well, and he is a shit excuse for a Scotsman. He really, really, really is. We'll talk about him another time though. So Michael Gove, and is being launched by the government on Monday, the paper reports. So yeah, let's have a quick Google of that on the phone and see if there is anything. What is it? Get ready. Let's Get Going campaign. Let's Get Going. Let's spell let's properly, you loser. Okay, is that it there? No. There we go. Get ready, Michael Gove. Yep, let's get going for that. There's lots of other campaigns for it. I just want to see what logo they've got. God. No, that so far there's nothing. There's really nothing. Nah. It's going to be sort of handsome men and beautiful women smiling and doing British things, and highlighting all the amazing things that we're capable of, and we are capable of. I'm not putting us down, okay? We totally are. But will it be enough? That is the question. Wow. Anyway, let's quickly look at the temperature so we don't get shut. We're sitting at 75 degrees and climbing, so 76. So let's rapidly go through this. Right, the Times. Antibody treatment promises to protect the elderly from virus. Brexit era brings rise in holiday insurance costs. Well, yep, and you might have to get a visa as well to travel to Spain. The Times has a less optimistic take on the story, warning that post-Brexit era will bring a rise in holiday insurance costs. Because we can't use the medical services over there as easily as we can just now. The government information campaign aims to raise awareness about how travelling to the continent will be different for Britons for next year, including changes to mobile phone roaming charges and advice on travelling with pets. The paper reports travel insurance premiums are also expected to rise once eligibility for free health care in the EU countries ends, it adds. Yeah, because Brexit is good. It's good. Look, I'm really looking forward to having to pay a little bit more. It's worth it. It really, really is. The roaming charges, not being able to use my airtime and things across in Europe with my phone. That's exactly what I voted for. It really is. Yeah, and how many people are saying that? Well, it doesn't affect me. I don't go to Europe that much. Yeah, but what about the people that do? Like the majority of people that do. Crackpots. Anyway, migration crackdown to bar EU criminals. Okay, and Hancock outbreaks running at 100 a week. Okay, interesting. No, there's not. There is not a chance at all that anybody's going to forget about Brexit, because we're on the ticking clock and counting down. We have just gone past the point of being able to pass legislation that is not the opting out of everything European style legislation. We can't get a deal that we would want. This oven ready deal that Boris talked about way back in January. We've got a deal, it's oven ready, we just stick it in the oven, blah blah. What a fucking loser, sorry, but we don't have a deal and we're not going to have a deal, and we're not going to have a deal coming out. And they seem to think that calling the EU's bluff is going to make them cave. The EU want us to remain trading partners. Of course they do. Who wouldn't want to have an influential nation like Great Britain in their trading pockets? But they're a massive block of 27 other 26, 27 other nations that have an immense amount of power when it comes to trading. So we're just like tiny. We're not even a manufacturing country anymore. We don't manufacture the same amount of stuff as we used to. We don't have... Oh, hang on. Has this gone off? Hello? Yes, hold on a second. Check 1, 2. Why is that gone like that? Can we still... Oh, no, there we go. It is okay. Weird. That's weird. My sound went off for a second there. Bizarro. Yeah, no, Britain's not going to forget Brexit. Whether you're for it or you're against it, either way, we're not going to forget it. I am absolutely pro-EU. Alright, I think that more red tape for travel is more confusing than anything else. I'm very much sort of like an open border type person with restrictions, obvious restrictions. We don't want people pouring into one country that's particularly wealthy, but you're going to get economic migration no matter what. Alright, no matter what. And you just have to have certain controls in place, or you make the economy of the planet the same, so there's no reason to move around. Okay, but that's never going to happen because countries and leaders and people that control everything are selfish wankers. Okay, that's just me. Why are we living in a world where, again, there's children walking 10, 20 miles a day to get a bucket of water? Somebody once turned around and said to me, well, why don't they just move then? Well, that's a very, very bold statement. And yeah, why don't they move? Well, I'm sure that they've thought of that. And I'm sure they have individual reasons not to be living exactly where the water hole is. Maybe the water hole is not permanent. You take for granted having a tap where you can just go and fill your mug up with water and have a drink. Maybe that water hole, predators hang around it. I don't know. Okay, but they still have to walk 20 miles to go and get it. Why are we living in a planet? Why do we live on a planet where that still happens? It baffles me. It really does. Anyway, let's read what the Telegraph says before we blow up the world with 79 degrees Celsius. Holy shit. Right. Daily Telegraph also leads with a story about the UK's post-Brexit future, previewing the government's plan for its new points-based immigration system, which will replace freedom of movement from next year. Under the rules which Home Secretary Priti Patel will set out on Monday, foreign criminals sentenced to more than a year in jail will be banned from Britain. That's fair enough. I'm all for that. We should have that in place anyway. And the Financial Times. Johnson's proposal for state aid sets stage for Scotland and Wales clash. Oh, here we go. London to control policies and post-Brexit friction likely. Yes, it's going to be more than post-Brexit friction, matey boy. Subsidies views as a local matter. Okay, let's see what it says. Financial Times reports that the government is planning to withhold power to control state aid from the UK's devolved nations when the Brexit transition period ends. The paper says the proposal, which will give Westminster powers to control policies for the entire UK, is expected to appear in a bill this autumn. A move, it says, would outrage Scotland and Wales. Absolutely. This is exactly what we were talking about. It's going to be a power grab. Oh no, it's not going to be a power grab. You independence-minded person. You just want to break up the union. Yeah, okay. If you were giving all your wages to somebody and you only got half of them fucking back, okay? If you were doing that, would you sit back and allow them to spend those wages on things that you had no control over? It's that old analogy of like, okay, right, you give your neighbour like half your salary. Right, they keep that, and you give your neighbour your whole salary, right? They give you half your salary back, right, to do with what you want within your own household. You've got to pay for everything, and you have to not borrow or do anything like that at all. You have to budget and stay within your limits no matter what. Meanwhile, your neighbour can borrow, okay, and you have to pay back part of your neighbour's loans as well, even if they don't spend any of that loan in your house. In fact, what they're doing is they're taking your money and they're buying a new lawnmower for the garden. Okay, saying, hey, look, we've bought this new lawnmower. Isn't it great? Okay, you guys can use it too, but you don't have a garden. All right, that is the analogy of Scotland's finances and how it operates within the UK. Right, there will be a devolution of power away from the devolved nations back down to Westminster in January. Right, you just wait and see, and they're all waiting there to say, oh look, we're going to be able to do this dead easily because that's who we are. We're Westminster, we're the bosses. Well, they're going to be in for a spot of bother between now and then. They're going to have to rewrite a lot of Scottish laws, and they're not allowed to do that as part of the union. Okay, we're just going to wait and see. There's a lot of kerfuffle up here, a lot of infighting within the independence people up here just now, which drives me bananas, because we should just be pro-indie. That's it, pro-indie, that's us. Let's just be pro-indie, get it done, and get the fuck away from Westminster. Right, Chinese fixer targets 5 prime ministers. Wow, exclusive new evidence of Beijing's infiltration into the British establishment. Ooh, interesting. Okay, the Daily Mail says that new evidence of what it describes as Beijing infiltration of British establishment. The paper says a leading figure in a Chinese group allegedly created to groom foreign elites has been pictured with 5 British prime ministers, including Boris Johnson and Tony Blair. Zhirong Hu is a director of the Chinese People's Associations for Friendship with Foreign Countries, which is reportedly controlled by the government's Communist Party, according to the Mail. Probably. And if he's innocent and all the rest of it, and hold on a second, right? He's a Chinese guy operating a Chinese organization based at creating relationships with foreign countries. And he's not going to have Chinese interests at heart. Of course he is. Could he be a spy? Probably. Do you think that just maybe that the prime ministers and establishment people who have been approached by him should be more aware of this shit? Do you think maybe that he shouldn't be invited if they were that scared of him or that wary of him? It's just basically turning around and brainwashing people in the papers again. I mean, what's going to happen next, We're going to round up all the Chinese people in Great Britain because potentially, they could be putting poison in our takeaway food. It's just pathetic. Hold on, let me just check the temperature. 79, we've creeped up one. Dosh and Bex revealed Brooklyn's bride-to-be billionaire family. Interesting. Engaged Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz. Who's Nicola Peltz? The Peltz family. Are they a big-ass family then? Let's Google them. The Peltz family. See what they do. The Peltz have been named 3 times. Hang on. American billionaire businessman Nelson Peltz invested in founding partner together with Peter May. Fund management and alternative investment management based in New York. Right, so they're financiers. Boring. I thought there was something interesting. Never mind. Anyway, good for him. Marrying into a billionaire family. Yes, well done. Daily Mirror. Oh, we're having red amber warnings now on the old... no, it's back down. It's because it hit 80 degrees. Crazy. And here we go. And again, another tribute to the football legend there that died over the weekend. Time to honour our Jack, declares the Daily Mirror, which leads with a call from Jack Charlton's brother Tommy for him to be posthumously knighted. The England World Cup winner and former Leeds defender died on Friday, aged 85. Bless him, bless him. Daily Star. Free football footy pullout. Okay, right, nice. The Daily Star reports I'm not interested in any way about soap operas. I'm not going to read that because that bores the living shit out of me. It does. I can't help it. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. So we've done the papers. We're doing good. We're okay. We're okay. And processor is fine, and temperature is still sitting at 79. So when it creeps past 81, 82, that's when you have to start to worry. So we're right on the cusp of doing that. So let's get this poem, the next poem from the Book of 20, out and about. Which one did I do yesterday? It was, or the day before, it was our dance that we did. Is it? Did we do our dance? Yes, I think we did. Aha. So we're going to do the artist today. The artist. Let me read you the blurb about the artist. Let's get set up with the microphone. So, there we go. All good in the hood. Right, so this is more of a sort of an intimate sort of poem that describes intimacy in a relationship. Okay, so the blurb says, we have to be honest. You cannot consider the dealing of no intimacy in any relationship that is obstructed by the challenging distance. And also not to include a poem that reflects this emotion in this collection would be dishonest. But for these words, I shall leave the concerning allegory and metaphor for you to decide upon. So basically, when you're in a long distance relationship, in any relationship, you think about the intimacy of a touch and a kiss and things like that, right? So with this particular one, it's called The Artist. It kind of touches on intimacy at a distance and close. Okay, so here we go. The Artist. An artist's brush upon your soul, creating a world you crave. His imagination takes you to places where you indecently behave. You are his perfect work of art, a sculpture set in desire, an original piece sculpted from lust, demiurgic cast from fire. His subject, his muse, you are all of these. The work is never complete. The luscious journey in which you participate is oh so perfectly sweet. His fingers create the colours on you, swirling ethereal designs. You feel unselfish skills upon your flesh, in patterns he combines. Art, in the very being of you, inspiration drawn from his love. The canvas he inspires to fill is the intimacy and here all of. Yeah, I remember writing that. I remember exactly what was going through my head at the time. You know? You just want to be with somebody and you want to just have Mojax sexy time. Yeah, Mojax sexy time in a deep allegory of prose. You know, there's a whole part of my life that is a wall around it, and it's that thing they called, you just said, Mojax sexy time. That's as far as my description of intimacy goes, unless you scroll back like 1,000 pictures on like Instagram. You might capture a couple of things when I was single, which are a bit more racy, but that's about it. But no, but there's a whole bunch of other poems that you guys will never see, never ever see, that belong to Ola, that are purely to do with me. Good morning, Barry. Audio is not perfect, we can still hear him. Can you hear me now, you fucking wanker? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, you fucking wanker? That's what I'm saying, right? Wanker. Only joking. Barry's not a wanker. Right, so we're doing okay. I'm going to be switching everything off in a second. Let me just quickly check. Hold on. Let's just see. We're sitting at 79, 80 degrees. We don't want it to go any higher. So let's get the solo ending music on. And hold on, we need to change the picture. No, we need to keep that picture on. And wait, where is it? Where's the other ones? No, why are these pictures? Where? What one's that? Oh, that's the upcoming picture. We can change that, so you can take that off. Good. Right, so let's move across to here and put some banjos on before we go. We like the banjos. That's not the banjos. Why are the banjos not playing? That's not good. Right, we'll keep this on anyway because it's nice music. Hold on. That's different music. Where's my friggin' banjos gone? Anyway, let's not worry about it. I think the banjos are actually probably on this one. Yeah, they'll be on that one. That's good. Right. I don't know why that music's changed. That is most bizarre. Anyway, listen. We're going to go sharp this morning because I want to leave the computer on but switch everything else off on it so we can get this other, what's it called, other video uploaded into YouTube. Let's see how far along it is because it's been doing it as we speak just now. We're still sitting at 4%. I don't know why. We will check it out in a second. But yeah, we're off ski. We'll be back tonight 10:30 to have a good chat about, what's it called, swordfish. Okay, so hopefully see you all then. Take care. Come on, what's going on here? Why is that not doing it? Musical ending and across. Yes. Where's the friggin' music? There it is, hold on. There's the banjos. I'll speak to you guys later.